So we have discussed about national income concept in detail. Now next one will be the concept of domestic income. Okay, and also we will see what is the difference between domestic income as well as national income. Okay, now a bit recapitulation of national income. Now what is this national income? Sum total of factor incomes. What is this factor incomes? This is in the form of rent, wages, that is compensation of employees, interest, and profit, right? So sum total of these things generated, earned by whom? Normal resident of a country, right? Yesterday we have seen the concept of normal resident. You remember I said I've written only this much meaning of national income. I said that I will be adding some more stuffs in it. Okay, now see what is that. So it is the sum total of factor incomes generated by normal resident of a country, no matter where it is generated. Okay, whether it is outside the domestic territory of a country or it is within the domestic territory of a country. Now we are getting here a new concept. See here, domestic territory of a country. Okay, and this one we have to understand first. Now same concept will come under domestic income also. Okay, now see, I will be discussing now what is the meaning of domestic income. If this becomes clear to you, then it will be easier for you to understand this concept also, right? Okay, now the first one, what is this domestic income? This domestic income is also called as domestic product. Meaning of domestic income, sum total of factor income. Again, this factor income is same, that is rent, wages, interest and profit, which is generated, okay, within the domestic territory of a country. I repeat again, factor income, it has to be generated, earned within the domestic territory of a country. Okay, no matter who generates it, whether it is a normal resident of a country or non-resident of a country. Here normal resident we will take up Indians. Okay, for simplification purpose, and for non-resident we will take up here foreigners. Fine. Now here in this meaning, it is very important for you to understand the meaning of this concept, which is domestic territory of a country. Okay, now we will see what is this domestic territory of a country and what is included in this domestic territory of a country. What is the meaning of domestic territory of a country? Now see here, in simple terms, this domestic territory of a country means political territory. Okay, political territory of a nation. Now, what is this political territory? You have seen the India map, right? Say, for example, this is the India map. Okay, and this is the boundary of India. Now, whatever comes within this boundary of India, whether it is a land, whether it is a water, whether it is a resources, it belongs to India, right? It is India's property. So we consider such things as the domestic territory of a country. Okay. Now, in economics, especially for the purpose of national income accounting, domestic territory concept refers to this. It is called as economic territory. Okay, so we have to use this word to describe domestic territory of a country. I've used here two things. See here, in simple, it is called as political territory. But in economics, for this national income accounting, we will be using this one. It is called as economic territory. This political territory is a narrow concept. Okay? Whereas this will become a broader or wider concept in economics. When we say broader concept, domestic territory includes many more things apart from the things which is within this political territory. Right? Okay. So I said it includes so many things, right? When we are talking about the broader concepts of economic territory, and that what is included we will see later. Now we will go into the meaning of economic territory. What is the meaning of economic territory here? It is given by United Nations. Okay. It means an area. What is it? An area administered, controlled, managed, okay, by a government of that country, within which person, goods and capital of that country circulates or move freely, then it is called as economic territory. Is that clear? Okay. Now see here, I said political territory. Political territory is what? The territory which is lying within the political boundary of a nation will become political territory. Not only territory, okay? It comprises of many things. Got it? Now what this meaning says, economic territory. This meaning says that it will go beyond this territory. Okay, it will go beyond this territory. Not necessarily that country has to have ownership of such area. If that country's goods, person and capital, if it moves freely, then that part will be considered as domestic territory of that country. Is it clear to you? When I said domestic territory as economic territory, okay, not only the political territory. This one is a wider concept. It includes many things. So now we will see what are included in this. We can put it like this: components of domestic territory of a country. Now under this one, the first thing is, it is the territory which is lying within the political frontiers of a nation. Which also includes water. So what does it mean? See here, an area, okay, which is lying within the political frontier, boundaries. This is called as boundary, okay, of a nation, which includes that area, water too. Now this one is nothing but political territory. It is what? Political territory. Okay. So this will also become the part of domestic territory of a country. Right? And the second one is ships and aircrafts. Second thing, example, ships and aircrafts. If this ships and aircrafts belongs to India, and if it is operated by a resident of that country across different parts of the world, then this will be also considered as the domestic territory of a country. I will give you here one example. Say for example, we will take up ships belonging to India. Okay. Now these ships are operated by Indian fishermen, okay, in different parts of the country. Then this will also become the part of domestic territory of India. Likewise, same thing, an aeroplane, okay, belonging to India and operated by Indians in different countries, then this aeroplane will be considered as the domestic territory of a country. Third one is regarding international organization. WHO, UNO, okay, are examples of international organization. If such international organization are located in, say for example, in India, or we can say within the geographical boundaries of this country, then it will not be the part of domestic territory of India. Is that clear? Okay, so I've just taken one example here. WHO, World Health Organizations. If this organization branches is located in India, then this will not become the part of domestic territory of India. Okay? Next one is fishing vessel. Fishing vessel is a large boat which is used for fishing purpose, right? And oil and natural gas rigs. What is this now? It is a device which is used to extract oil and natural gas. Okay, so usually this one takes place in such floating platform. Got it? Floating platform. Okay. Now see here, fishing vessel, oil and natural gas rigs. Okay. Which is operated by whom? Resident of a country. Say for example, India again I will take up. And that too in international waters. Then this will become India's domestic territory. It will be considered as the part of India's domestic territory. I'll show you the floating platform image. Now see, in this image, you can see a platform, right? Which is above the water. And in this platform, oil and natural gas rigs are fitted. And this rigs helps in extracting oil and natural gas from the down. Got it? Okay. Another one we will see. Again, we will take up the same country, that is India. Let me take one area which is beyond the political frontier of India. Okay. And only India has the exclusive right of extraction or exploitation of anything. Say for example, natural resources. Okay. Then that area will be also the part of India's domestic territory. It will come under the domestic territory of India. Not necessarily India has to own that area. Okay, now the last one is embassies, consulates, military establishments. Okay, of a country which is located abroad. Now before we go into this one, let us see the brief meaning of what is this embassies, consulates. Okay, the first one is embassy. Now this embassy is headed by ambassador. Okay, and the main work of this embassy will be, we can say it focuses on the maintenance of friendly relationship with other country, with the host country. Okay. Say for example, India embassy. India is having embassy located in different parts of the world, right? Whereas consulates are headed by consul. Okay. And what is its work? It looks into such issues like, say for example, visas issues, as well as safety traveling from and to the host country. Got it? And then military establishments, army, of a country which is located abroad. Now, to make it more clear, see here, I'll give you one very simple example. Let us take Indian embassy here. Okay. Now this we can say, or instead of this one, we can say India's embassy, if it is located in USA, India embassy is not only located in USA but also in other parts of the country, right? So if India embassy is located in USA, then this will become the part of domestic territory of India. Got it? This is very important. Likewise, say for example, USA American Embassy. If it is located in India, then this one will be treated as domestic territory of USA, not India. Like same wise, consulates too, military establishments too. Okay, now we have seen what is included in this domestic territory of a country. Okay, now this becomes the gist of this concept. Now see here what is given. Domestic territory does not refer to the areas of ownership beyond political frontiers of a nation. It only shows the areas of operation where a country, person, goods and capitals can move freely and to serve their own country's economic interest. And whatever factor income is generated within this domestic territory of a country, that will become the domestic income of that country. Okay, it's very simple. Now we are done with the concept of domestic income. Now we will see some application level of it. Okay. You are getting or you will get such questions in your exam. Now before we go into this, we will recapitulate again the meaning of domestic income. So what I said, domestic income is the total of factor incomes, and this factor income must and should be generated within the domestic territory of the country. Okay. Instead of this, we can also say factor income must and should be generated within the economic territory of a country, no matter who generates it, whether it is a resident or non-resident. Okay, so resident, I've taken here Indian, a non-resident, foreigner. Keeping this in mind, now what we have to see is, see here, I've given few questions here, and we will see whether these things will be included in the domestic factor of India. Okay, now see here how you will get questions in exam. Will the following factor incomes be included in the domestic factor of India? Or sorry, here one is missing. The question will be like this. See, will the following factor incomes be included in the domestic factor income of India? Okay, I said that whatever income, that is factor income, is generated within the domestic territory of a country or within the economic territory of a country, then that will become the domestic income of that country. Right? Okay. Now, see here, we have to also give reasons. The first one will be compensation of employees to the resident of Japan working in Indian Embassy in Japan. Okay. Now, compensation of employees. Employees, worker, labor, okay, they get compensation. So compensation, I'll take up only this example now. Wages. Wages of employees to whom? To the resident of Japan. Okay, Japanese. And this one is working in Indian Embassy, which is located in Japan. Now, will this factor income be included in domestic factor income of India? Now here, see, it is given Indian Embassy. You remember the last point in the components of domestic territory, what I have said here? Indian Embassy, wherever it is located, in whichever country it is located, it will become the part of domestic territory of India, I said. Right? Okay. So now here, see here, wages. This one is generated where? In the domestic territory of a country. Right? See here, the meaning it's given here. I said factor income is wages. Right? Domestic territory of a country, this becomes Indian Embassy is a part of the domestic territory of India. Okay? No matter who generates it, whether resident or non-resident. So in this, employees are the resident of Japan. So that means foreigner. See here, the meaning of it? It applies here. So whenever we see this Indian Embassy will become the part of domestic territory of India. So the answer will be what? Yes, because this Indian Embassy is a part of domestic territory of a country. No matter who generates this income. Is that clear? The first one is. Okay. Now second one, see, profits, which is earned by a branch of foreign bank in India. So here it's given foreign bank. So foreign bank, we will take up here non-resident of India. NRI. Okay. So this foreign bank is earning profits where? In India. So in India, it shows what? Within the domestic territory of a country, that is India. Right? So this profits again is a factor income, right? So it is generated where? It is generated within the domestic territory of a country, but it is generated by whom? By the non-resident. So again, this is also included in domestic factor income of India. Next one, profit, which is earned by a branch of State Bank of India in England. See here. Now, India's State Bank. Okay. That too, it is located in England. And this bank is earning profit. Now, will this become the domestic factor income of India? No. Why? Because this bank is located where? In England. It is not within the domestic territory of a country. Last one. Rent received by an Indian resident from Russian embassy in India. Again, we have this concept here. See, Russia embassy. So regarding this embassy, again I have said Russia embassy, even if it is located in India, it belongs to their nation. It will come under the domestic territory of Russia. Is that clear? So, see here again, rent received by an Indian resident, even if this factor income is received by Indian, okay, from this embassy, then it will not become domestic factor income of India, because Russia embassy is not a part of domestic territory of India. Is that clear? Okay, so this is just an example, or we can say application based on this theoretical concept of domestic income. You need to understand this, okay, the meaning of it, and then you have to apply the same thing in this one. Right? Now, in your textbook, you will get so many examples like this. You need to understand it. Again, I'm repeating. See here, domestic income is what? Factor income. Okay, this factor income, it has to be generated within the economic territory of a country, no matter who generates it, whether, say for example, Indian or foreigner. So this much today.